IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida. Tell the people how far you've traveled to attend this school, and so far, what's it like for you?
So I'm about an 8-hour flight away. I'm from London, England, and IMG's where it's at. I love how it's competitive. We're always getting after it every day. It's a great school to be at.
American football. How did you get involved with the sport?
So as a kid, I used to throw the ball around with my dad and my uncles, and I guess from then I sort of fell in love with just throwing it. And then around the age of 15, I actually started playing. It was my first season playing football. And that same year, I was fortunate enough to get recruited out to a high school in Northeast Georgia called Raven Gap. And then I've just gone on the journey, and I've been blessed to end up at IMG Academy.
Now, talk a little bit about the business trip mentality, whereas you go on assignment from London, you go into Georgia, and you want to be successful, and then you're blessed to have an opportunity to attend the IMG Academy and play football. Tell us, like, the precision, the discipline, everything it takes, the structure to really have a successful time on the football field and in the classroom.
So the precision that it takes, you have to stay consistent. The schedule you have to follow is a structure where you're waking up 6 a.m. even when you don't want to, but you have to do that. Go ahead, you complete workouts day in, day out. You hydrate, you have that right nutrition to build yourself up to be the best player that you can be. And on and off the field, you have to win in the classroom as well as on the field. And in everything that you do, follow the fundamentals and give your 100% effort.
When you walk around here and you look on the walls and you see the greats from tennis, or you see the greats in the NBA, or the greats in football and in all the different sports areas, how exciting is it to know that you're part of that legacy and you have an opportunity to get an education and go on to bigger and better things?
Following the greats that have already done it before me is something that I use as motivational fuel. It's not like that path hasn't already been set for me. It's something that I can sort of follow as like a roadmap. And even from that, I can even create my own blueprint for a successor behind me to, follow. And it will be great to continually have kids say, I want to be like you, that sort of mentality, and kids that want to wear my number 9, and rep it out on the field just because of the legacy I've left behind.
Well, and what was it like the first time you put IMG on your chest?
It was a great feeling, that I'm playing for the big IMG, and I can't wait to go out there and just continue to represent.
And the practices, how good are these guys? The cream of the crop? Can everybody play at a high level, or is it just like a regular team, or can you tell it's a special environment?
You can tell it's a special environment from just the warm-ups, like the intensity that we warm up at. You can tell that guys are there to perform and participate at the greatest level of high school football. And you can tell from that level that we have a lot of guys that will go play football at the next level and just continue to build that sort of stairway up to the league.
And what will you like to tell everyone back home in the UK and the youth, people out there, young people who want to open their minds and they can achieve and become successful, and they have to put the work in and remain disciplined? What do you tell people back home, fans?
My advice to fans back home is to never let someone say you can't, to always have that mentality that you can. Every time you want to step out there on the field, have that mentality that you are the best and you are the best to do it. In doing that, you will perform at that level, your peak level, and you continue to rise above that peak level just because of your mentality, your hard work, and your dedication.
Take us back to your first day at IMG when you arrived here. You came to campus and you kind of got oriented and got situated. What was it like for you?
It was great. I loved how everyone welcomed me in with open arms. You're stepping into a new environment where you're wondering who am I gonna bump into, but the way the coaches and just the staff as a whole just were like, you're part of this one big family, it made me feel really special.
Is there anything else you want to share with everyone back home in the UK or even here in the US, stateside?
My advice is to continue trusting in God. That's the first and foremost. If you don't have that faith and that belief in God, not much will happen. Whereas if you continually pray and sort of manifest in what you want to achieve, it'll open up doors.
What field would you like to study when you get to the university?
I plan on going into business or sports marketing. That would be a preferable field for me. Building a bunch of new networks and going into the business world.
So you're going to do business in the U.S. and then also back in the U.K. or where do you think you'll be? All over the globe? Like where do you think you'll work?
I plan on being global. I plan on being global for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.